Happy Mother's Day. It's a Mother's Day edition of Mission Forge. I'd like to say Happy Mother's Day to my mother, to my wife, the mother of my children, and Happy Mother's Day to my sister, and to my aunt, and to my mother-in-law, and to all the mothers out there. Hope you have a very special and terrific day. Thank you for everything. It's Mission Forge, and I'm Bobby Jankovic. I'm the broker of REMAX Capital. This is where iron sharpens iron, and today I'd like to talk to you about value. Value. I've mentioned many times, hey, I would like to tell you about the value that I have at my office, and I would like you to know that you have value and be able to express that value. Now, I'm not talking about the value that you would see at a discount store or if you had a coupon. That's not what I mean when I'm talking about value. There's different meanings, and I'm not talking about a sentimental value. This is a pinch pot that my son made for me when he was 3, and the dog took it off the desk and broke it. Creed, bad dog, bad puppy. But I keep it because it has sentimental value. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about intrinsic value. And to help understand that, I have gold and silver with me. Now, this isn't really gold and silver, but it looks like gold and silver. That's a whole nother discussion. What is the property, what are the properties of this gold and this silver that make it so valuable generation after generation after generation? Well, there are aspects to this that people just adore and love, and they find it very comforting and useful, and so much so that the value will stay with it no matter what. Even if it gets muddy or paint on it or scratched, the value is inside and it won't change. So, what is your value? Do you have value inside that you know about or that you need to refine and recover and be able to express out to the world? Think about that. Know what your key item of value is. So if somebody says, why should I hire you? You don't look like a deer in the headlights. You can express the value that you have in that situation. It might be different if you're working with a buyer. It might be different if you're working for a seller. It just depends. But you need to know that. Let's go a little bit deeper. What is the difference between gold and silver? Well, it turns out the properties that people like about them are very similar. So gold and silver aren't the same, though. Gold is like $1,200 for an ounce, and this is like $15. So why is it this so much more than this? And the answer is because there's a lot more of this. So as you're thinking about your value, don't pick things that are too popular. You want to pick things that are more scarce and rare, because that's going to separate you from the crowd, right? You want to be above the crowd. All right, thanks for forging ahead with me, everybody. Hey, favorite beer of the week. This is Hardywood VIPA. It's a Virginia IPA. This is a Richmond brewery. Fairly new to me. I've only known about it for a year or two. It's a good beer. I'm starting to like their beers a lot. I hope to visit there soon. It's called Hardywood Brewery in Richmond, Virginia. And the answer to the quiz last week was $18.99. It's the year the flashlight was invented. I had 3 correct answers, so I'm going to make a $15 donation to the Children's Miracle Network. And this week, what is the chemical symbol for silver? What is the chemical silver for gold? And extra points if you can tell me what that means, because it's not like O for oxygen. It's some kind of other language thing going on there. So the more answers I get, the more money I'm going to donate to Children's Miracle Network. Happy Mother's Day, everybody.